let's undress the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. And that's this new jacket I have, this green jacket. And Peyton just brought it up. And I was like, I was going to bring up this jacket. So I was in Los Angeles over the weekend. I saw my sister, and then I went, my son Kemp was in town. He had a basketball game. And then my wife and I drove from Los Angeles back home. And I don't do that drive very often. I'll go from San Diego home, but there's two different ways, two different freeways. So I was on the 10, and then I remember how there's this outlet my sister always talks about somewhere in Palm Springs, right? So she's always talks about this outlet. So I'm driving on the way here, and I start seeing these outlets, but I don't see Palm Springs yet. I see these outlets, so I call her and go, where are these outlets? It's called Cabezon or something like that. And she's like, that's Cabezon. I go, okay, I'm here. And I pull into this place. I didn't realize this until I pull up. It's at 10 a.m. when we pull up. The place is empty. We park, we go in. They're called premium outlets, and I'd never been there before. And it was crazy, these stores, right? From Viore to Balenciaga to Nike.
There's a Balenciaga outlet store?
There's a Gucci over there.
There's a Gucci. So you've been there before, right?
A million times. I love that place.
It's crazy.
We always hit it up when we're going to LA, and we spend way too much money.
Okay, so I'm there at 10 a.m. We were there 3 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
3 hours. And it didn't seem like 3 hours. I'm not a person who likes to shop, right? But I was like, and then I had this mentality. Remember, Kyle, when we go to the employee store at Nike, we'd be like, let's go. We shop like crazy.
Everything's on sale. We have to get everything.
Mental patience.
Because this was an outlet, I was like, let's just go. Let's get stuff. Let's just go. So the first thing I pulled into is Viore, the Viore store. That's where this jacket came from. So I get the Viore jacket, and my son gets a bunch of shorts for his brothers, and Blake's buying a bunch of stuff, and I buy a bunch of stuff. And then when I go to pay for it, guess what? Viore is the only store in the outlet that's not an outlet store.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Viore is the only store no. And I'm like, that's like gaslighting.
Totally.
False advertising.
Every other store in that whole place is outlets.
This is just a location
I got these
for them?
These jeans were $400 jeans. I got them for $60.
Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. There's so many different things there. It was just unbelievable. I was so irritated. But then I had this stack of stuff at Viore, and then when I had to pay, I was like, oh. She's like, yeah, this isn't an outlet. I'm like, but you're the first store in the outlet. It's not an outlet. And I was like, I was too embarrassed to go, we'll put this back.
I know, yeah.
And I wanted to complain because I don't think that's fair.
I don't think that's fair either.
I mean, the whole shopping center is called Premium Outlets.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What else would be in here?
Like,
Shame.
what are you, Viore?
They're going down, Viore.
It doesn't say full retail on the mall.
I know. So then, get this. So then we're driving. Oh, we go. I'm starving. There's food carts there. That's what kind of outlet they have. Food carts at the outlet mall, right? So I didn't want to eat any of those things. So we get in the car, and I Google my favorite restaurant. One of my favorite restaurants, Panda Express, right? Pull into Panda. It's about half a mile away, and it's next to an In-N-Out Burger, and it's packed, right? Oh, by the way, by the time I left the mall, because I got there at 10, I didn't know, right? We got there at 10 a.m., and it was empty. But by the time we left, it was like Disneyland. It was packed with people. You couldn't walk anywhere without bumping into people. The whole parking lots were full. There was a line of cars, and I've never seen this before, a line of cars waiting for the electric charger. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Like park down the street, waiting. And I was like, don't you just park your car, charge it, and go shopping? Or do you have to sit there and wait? I don't know how that worked, but I drove by, and it was so interesting to see just like a concert of people to get in. So I go to Panda Express, and we're like 4 people in line, right? And it's taking forever. And then the line behind us starts to get really long at Panda Express. And then the woman in front of us starts screaming at the management, saying, I've been waiting, waiting. She's screaming.
No express in that Panda.
Turns out that the guy, and I've never seen this before, the guy that was paying everybody, was cashing people out, he just was sick of his job and left. He got up and walked out, got into his car, drove off.
Oh, my goodness.
He drove off. It was like, I go, Blake, what happened? This lady's screaming. She goes, the guy that was working there. She goes, I saw him get in his car and leave. I'm like, why didn't you say something? I was looking at one time you guys brought up on the show when they bring out the fresh orange chicken.
Yeah.
I was there for that, and I get it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I was watching that as the guy was driving away, and then I'm standing there for 5 minutes waiting.
Like, can I get the new one? Just the new one. Just
Well,
give
I
it to
didn't
me.
get orange chicken because I just get the teriyaki chicken because I feel like that's healthy. And don't tell me otherwise because I think it's delicious. So then we're driving home. My wife's driving. My wife, every time I drive, I get upset because if I change lanes, she does that thing where like her whole body acts like we're about to get in a car accident.
She does like a double take.
And I get so irritated. So I'm like, okay, then you drive then, right? So she's driving, right? And there was a sign on, those freeway signs that say like, buckle your seatbelt, whatever. There was a sign on there that said, just getting in the town, that said, be careful, wrong way driver on the freeway. Wrong way driver.
That's scary.
That's really scary, right? And I'm like, she's look at that sign. I'm like, huh. She goes, what do I do? So she's driving, double-fisted, white-knuckling it, driving. And she was like, what do I do? And I go, I guess you'd probably see cars swerving out of the way in front of us before it gets to us.
You would think.
Right? And then I'm like, I wonder if they would announce that on the radio. You know how we always have traffic. And I thought, if you're that person the wrong way, listening to the radio, and someone says, be careful, there's a wrong way driver on the freeway. If that person goes, there's hundreds of them.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
There's so many.
People are maniacs.
I mean, there's
exactly on the freeway.
That reminds me of that one news story of the guy that called 911 for a wrong way driver, and he was the wrong way driver. It was like a couple of weeks
Oh, really?
ago.
So just
Yeah.
like what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not heard that
But
call.
he reported it.
He's like, there's hundreds of wrong way drivers on the freeway.
Yeah, when you think about it, you're not trying to get on the wrong way most of the time.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Anyway, we never saw the person, so I don't know who that was.